Time now for the Friend Zone. We invite one of our friends within the building at Fox onto the show tonight. We're joined by one of our best friends, co-host of The Five, Kimberly Guilfoyle, ladies and gentlemen. KG, how are you?
Very good, Tucker. Very good. Doing well
thank
tonight.
you. So the thing about having you on, and why I hope you'll come on every night, is because every time you do, I learn something about you I didn't know, and I did not know this. Our producers found it. Maybe 10 or 15 years ago, there was a famous dog case in San Francisco where a woman walking back to her apartment in Pacific Heights was killed by two dogs. They were owned by lawyers who got the dogs from a white supremacist who was in prison. You were involved in that case.
There I am. You see me right there at the counsel table.
That is crazy.
Yes, I was one of the prosecutors, and it's actually a precedent-setting case in the United States for second-degree implied malice murder because I charged the two attorneys that owned the dogs with murder, brought it to the grand jury, and it was changed of venue down to Los Angeles. So I actually tried the case in front of one of the juries downtown where O.J. Simpson was tried, was able to get a second-degree murder conviction. I had a contract out of my life to have me killed because they didn't like the Puerto Rican lawyer that was prosecuting these people that were their lawyers, right? So they said, oh, no, we don't want her. So I stayed on the case, bulletproof vest, blocked plates, the whole deal, had security sleeping with me, in the room, and managed to survive and convict and persevere. And it's actually how I got my start in television, because after doing that, being head of the trial division and all kinds of things in my career at the LADA's office and San Francisco, then I got the calls to come work in television. So
that is amazing. So what
survived
happened?
The Aryan Brotherhood.
It was everywhere. The guy was in Pelican Bay, as I remember.
That's correct, in a maximum security prison.
Yes.
Right, and so they were running a dog breeding business out of Pelican Bay, and then these two attorneys fell in love with this guy. No, I'm not making it up. They adopted him and took these two dogs, Bane and Hera, from this dog of war kennel. So it was unbelievable. And the two dogs were the ones responsible, obviously, for mauling the woman to death. It was a very sad case, very disturbing. She was a national lacrosse champion from St. Mary's and then went back, to coach there. So Diane Whipple was her name. So that's a picture of me, some video you have from the courtroom. So it was a pretty amazing experience. I still think about it, to this day. I had the medical examiner on the stand for 4 hours because of all the extent of injuries, 76 discrete and defined areas of injury.
Oh, it was a horrible story. I remember that so well. I just completely forgot you were at the center of it.
Yeah.
How would you compare the intensity of trying a case like that, a murder case, to cable news?
Oh, my gosh. These days?
Yeah, these days.
These days, well, I think it prepared me well for any kind of television cross-examine, life cross-examination. But it really did make me, I think, being a lawyer like that, trying all my cases without notes, and I tried everything up through death penalty cases, prepared me for television. It certainly prepared me for the Friend Zone, and, back and forth, and I say most especially for the Five, where we get after it, right?
It's true. Though no one goes to prison.
No one goes
Kimberly
to prison.
Guilfoyle, and most other people, very much including me, just been journalists their whole lives. She has lived a life.
Lived a life, yes.
KG,
yes.
thanks a lot for that.
All right, Tucker, always a pleasure, my friend.